Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a Docker crash course for Angular and .NET Web Developer. So in this video, we are going to pull Postgres image from Docker Hub, and then we are going to use that Docker image and we are going to create one database and one table. And then in our Web API project, I am going to use this database and I will use entity framework. So let's start. So here in the terminal, let's add this command, and here we are running docker run. Then we are giving name as a db, port is 5432, and then we are giving this environment variable. So this is a Postgres password, username, DB name, and then we are defining a volume for our Postgres. So let's run this. So as first time I'm running, so it is not able to find the image. So first it will pull the image from Docker Hub. So let's pull this Postgres image, and you can find this command in the description block. So it will take some time to download this Postgres image to my Docker. So let's wait for download. So we can see that it's downloaded a newer image for Postgres latest, and I can see in the images section new Postgres image, and even I can see the new container as well with the name DB. So let me open DBWare to connect my Postgres database. So DBWare is a free universal database manager. You can download this if you want to connect to Postgres. And here we can connect to multiple database. So I am selecting a Postgres here, and let's as my Postgres is a local host, so let's keep it same. 5432 is uh, port, and database name I am giving is a Docker example. So let's take this database name and take the username and password also here. Also rename my database name as Docker example. And now let me check the connection. So my connection is succeed, and let's finish it. So as we don't have table, so let's create a table. So let me open the SQL script and let me paste it here. So I'm creating this new table, and now I have created new table successfully. Also let's add a few record in our newly created table. So let me paste this script, and I have added all this record in my Postgres. So let's quickly verify if I have this three record in my table or not. So let's select from our table, and I should see my three record. So these are the few steps which we need to work with entity framework and Postgres, as it is not a Postgres and entity framework tutorial. So I'm not going to explain this, and I'm going to quickly copy these steps from my file. So first I need to create one model folder to map my DB table. So let me create one new folder, and let's call it models, and let's quickly add one new class here, and let me give name as a YouTube, and let's give .cs as the extension, and let's paste this code from my notepad. And now let's quickly verify. Let quickly fix this errors. So yeah, I don't need this here and here also. Also, let's add a namespace also for our model. So let me add namespace and hello docker API dot models, and let's wrap our class with the namespace. So to now second step is to work with the Postgres and entity framework. I need to add this package. So let me copy this package and let's come to our visual code and let's paste this in the terminal. So it will add this package to my project. So after successful installation of this package, now let's move, come back to our steps, and third step is to add a DB context. So let's copy this API DB context text and go to Visual Code and add a new file. So let's paste it here and give the .css extension, and then I can add this namespace for my DB context as well. So let me paste it here. Let's close this and now go to Notepad++. Here I am going to add my class. So I have added my table in the DB set. So now let's add the required namespaces for this. So let's add using, then Microsoft, then entity framework for all this. So now let's go to definition for DB context, and here let's scroll down and I can see this on model creating method. So what I'm going to do is it's virtual method, so I'm going to override this method. So let's copy this and let's come back to our class, and here I'm going to override this method. So protected override, and then I can paste that. So here in the model builder I can give my entity. So my entity type is YouTube, so I can give my YouTube class name here as a generic, and here I can define my table name. So what is my table name? As a string I can give it here. So let's check for table name. My table name is YouTube channel. So let me copy this and let's come back here and let's add as a string for our table name. Let's add semicolon here and save this. So now come back to our document, and here this is our last step. So let associate our DB context in startup.cs file. So here I have to define my connection string there. So let me copy this code and let's go to Visual Code, open our startup.cs file, and let's scroll up for our configuration service method, and here I can define my connection string for my context file, and let's also add missing namespace. So let's scroll up and let me add a namespace for this. So using hello API dot model. Also let's add a namespace for entity framework core. So it is in under the Microsoft and then entity framework core, and let's save this also. And now I am not getting any build error on my startup.cs. Now let's go to our controller, and here I'm going to return the list of our YouTube model methods. So let me first inject my DB context file here. Let's me add namespace. And let's define context variable. So as we are initializing in the constructor, so let's keep it as a read only. And let's initialize this. Now return type is to our model, and let me remove all this and then return our context dot, and then I can find my model here and save these changes. Let's build this first. So this will create a latest image now, and let me run it, and I should get a new container here. So I can see this new container. Now let's verify in the browser, and this should give me error. So I will tell you why. So first type here localhost. Yeah, and in the Swagger, let's click on try out. Yeah, scroll up first and click on try it out and click on execute, and I'm getting error. So my connection is fail. And let me go back to the code and I will show you why it is fail. So let's open our startup.cs file. So let me open in the Explorer, and here I have defined my host as a local host, but to work with Postgres I need to change it to host.docker.internal. And now let's save this change, and I need to again build my image, right? So let's again, and before that I need to change this column name also, because it's not matching with my database column name. It is having small I for ID, but I am having capital I, so I can rename this here, or I can use column attributes for my property. So I can give column here, and then under this I can give my column name as a string. So also let's import the required namespace for this. So in this case it is system.componentModel dot data annotations dot schema. So now again I can build my image. So same step, let's go to view to create my image, new image, and yeah, this one. And before that, let's stop this running container also, because my this API port is in use with this container. So I need to stop this first. So let's stop this. So now it's successful. Now I can run it again, and this will again create one container. So I can see the container, and now its container is running. So let me verify it, refresh this and verify. So let's click on try out, click on execute, and this time I'm getting a response from my Postgres database, which is running on Docker container, and my API is also running on Docker container. So let's open Docker dashboard, and here I can see this two containers is running. So let me stop Postgres container. So Postgres container is not running now, and now if I will click on execute, so I should not get result, right, because my Postgres is not running. So I'm not getting a response. I'm getting a this connection error. So every time I need to run this two container to work with this API, right? If any container is not running, then my API will not work. So although we were able to run our Postgres container and API container, and we were able to get the record from Postgres database, but we saw one problem because manually I need to come and run both the container. If any one container is not running, then my API will not work, right? So how can we fix this kind of problem? Yeah, we are having one solution. We can use Docker Compose file to run both the container with one command. So in the next, we are going to add a Docker Compose file, and also I will show you if we are running in the Docker Compose, then how that communication will work with between the container. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.